So.
Currently, the legal drinking age in the United States is 21 years old. However, in other countries such as Italy, the drinking age is as low as 16 years old. In Italy, a 16-year-old person can buy and consume alcohol as long as an adult is present with them. That adult must be at least 18 years of age. Some countries don't have a drinking age at all, such as Cuba, Jamaica, and Vietnam. However, the majority of the countries around the globe require you to be at least 18 years old. And here's a chart of some countries around the world that the minimum legal drinking age around the world. You can see some of them here have no age limit at all. Some here have, you have to be at least 16. A couple here, you have to be 17. 3 countries in the world, you have to be 19. 3 have to be 20. And then 7 countries right here, including us, the United States, you have to be 21. And here are all the ones that have to be 18. And the list goes on to the second page and even the third page. I'm here to tell you today that the drinking age should be lowered to 18 here in the U.S. One of the main concerns that people have when debating this issue is that an 18-year-old adult's brain has not completely developed yet. This is a very true statement. However, according to Professor Ruth Ames from Indiana University, the average person's brain will stop developing at the age of 25. So technically, 21 is a random number to have the drinking age be legal. We get every other privilege when we turn 18. One of the privileges of turning 18 is that 18-year-olds can buy cigarettes. If 18-year-olds can buy cigarettes and smoke them, then certainly 18-year-olds should be responsible enough to buy and consume alcohol. Throughout elementary, middle school, and even high school, kids are taught to not do drugs. Yes, alcohol is a drug, but everyone knows that it is a legal drug for them someday. What kids are not taught in school, though, is how to drink responsibly. If 18-year-olds are going to drink alcohol, then I think that they should be taught how to do so in a responsible manner. Also, alcohol would not be addictive to 18-year-olds. However, cigarettes are addictive. People who are addicted to cigarettes can smoke up to a pack a day. Smoking leads up to more problems than alcohol. Looking at the bigger picture, alcohol can be enjoyed responsibly. Millions of people drink without getting alcohol poisoning, driving drunk, getting fat, etc. Cigarettes pretty much ruin your health no matter what, and lower your value to friends, romantic interest, employers, etc. Another reason the drinking age should be lowered is because the military age is already lowered. It doesn't make any sense why people who are 18 can go out and carry an assault rifle in another country and kill them, but they're not able to have a Bud Light when they want it. A simple solution to this problem would be either to raise the military age, also to 21, or simply lower the drinking age, to 18. 18-year-olds who are fighting for our country and risking their lives every day, but you're going to tell me they can't crack open a beer after fighting all day and after being shot at? It's really not that fair. If they are even allowed to leave their homes from the United States for months or some even years at a time, and can shoot and kill people, and be put in the line of fire, they should deserve to engage in drinking. If our country thinks that 18-year-olds are capable of all the above of what I just said, then they should certainly be responsible enough to drink alcohol. Let's not forget that when kids turn 18, most of them are going off to college like myself, and most are going to consume alcohol anyways. The reality is that it's going to happen whether the law states that the drinking age is 21 or not. If teenagers were allowed to drink at the age of 18, far less people would be getting in trouble with the law. Even though some people will drink in high school, the consumption of alcohol increases dramatically once in college. The bottom line is that young adults are getting in trouble with the law by receiving MIPs or getting caught with fake IDs. By lowering the drinking age to 18, most college students would be allowed to drink without the worries of getting caught. If they are old enough to live on their own and take responsibility for their school career, they should be responsible enough to drink, right? The drinking age is 21 to protect the brain, but the law doesn't do any good if everyone doesn't follow it. The United States spends far too much money trying to prove their point. If a young person wants to drink alcohol, then they will do it. It's already happening, and it will continue to happen forever. It would be much cheaper and more beneficial if the government stopped trying to criminally charge underage drinkers and educate them about the dangers of overconsumption instead. This would lower binge drinking and drunk driving accidents. Some other points I would like to make that other people don't think about at 18 is that you are able to get married at 18, but it would be against the law to drink at your own wedding. This just doesn't make any sense at all. Now I'm going to give you 4 different scenarios that are fictional. These scenarios are different things that we can do when we turn at least 18. Now these scenarios I'm about to present have 3 different characters. The first made-up character's name is John, and he is 18 years old. His parents are questioning his decisions, but since he is 18, he is able to make them for himself. Okay, so the first scenario is his mom says to John, "Now that you're out of high school, what do you plan on doing? You plan on going to college?"
It's 11 o'clock.
John replies, "Actually, I'm thinking about joining the military." And the moral of that story is, John is old enough to make his own decision, so he can join the military. The second scenario is, Dad says to John, "Hey John, you're 18 years old. Don't you think it's about time you get an apartment or something?" John replies back to his dad, "Yeah, I'm looking for one." The moral of that story, John is an adult now. And part of being an adult is that they should be able to live on their own. The third scenario, John says to his parents, "Hey Mom and Dad, I've been seeing this girl for 4 years and I think I want to marry her." His mom replies to him, "You can't marry now, you're only 18. The moral of that story is that John is an adult now, and yes, he does have the right to marry and make that decision. And the last scenario is, his mom says to John, "I don't appreciate you drinking before you are 21. And John replies back, "Whatever, Mom. I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want." Now the moral of that story is, John is a rebel and feels his adulthood is in stake by not having the opportunity to make his own decision on whether or not he should drink. The result is that now he has family tension between he and his parents. Now he has to get alcohol behind his parents' back, and he's going to have drinking problems later in the future. This leads to one problem after another, and in the worst case scenario, he can have an alcohol-related death. Well, that's a great law, right? He is old enough to move out, marry against his parents' will, and even enlist in the military. But he isn't old enough to drink. Now, I believe that someday the drinking age will be brought down to 18 here in the United States. There are more than, I would say, about 80% of the world whose drinking age is 18. So why not us too? It may not be for a while, but it will happen because there are other people just like me who are arguing the same way that I am. Thank you.
America. Good job, Nathan.
Thank you.